Hello, Facebook. I think I'm not sure exactly where this is going. Anyway, I wanted to get on here real quick. For those of you that just joined me, I was with Dean Renfro, and he was talking to us about the strategies that he's using in his community in the Houston, Texas area. And it has spread now to Dallas and Atlanta and all kinds of places. So, Dean Renfro is really making a big difference in the world, trying to connect to restaurants that are having carryout services and really started a network of a list of a directory for them. So he went to delivery and takeoutnearme.com. If you need that stream link, go back to the earlier YouTube or Facebook post that we just did. Tonight, I wanted to come on here real quick. I know everybody is at home, so you're probably surfing through Facebook, looking for things to do. But I wanted to invite you to a class that I'm offering that starts on Sunday. And this is a very special class to me because it is all about investing in your own personal growth. And so if you have never, ever done this before, and you are now at home looking for work, trying to figure out what your next steps are gonna be. You're home making a mask, for the healthcare workers, and you're finding like, "Hey, I really like this. I really like doing the things that I haven't been able to ever do. I haven't had time to, do some things, or I haven't had time to experience some of the things that I'm learning on YouTube." I'm reading a new book that is inspiring me to maybe think about myself and my family differently. How am I going to survive through this next change, through this next phase? So, I wanted to tell you a little bit more about the class. This is a book, The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. So, this book right here is one that changed my life. And when I started reading this, when I started studying this, in March 22nd, my story, if you read all about it, March 22nd of 2017, my mentor, John Maxwell, challenged me. And I'm always up for a good challenge. So he challenged me and he said, if you study this book and you study these 15 laws and you apply these to your life, you will be able to live a more fulfilled life and help you be able to realize your value in the world and reach your potential. And I thought, what's that? What does he mean by potential? And I think all of us, down deep inside of us, we say, there's something bigger, there's something more, there's something in my soul that I'm just on fire to get up and go do. And now maybe you've been in a career, maybe that you're, in an environment that you've just been pushed down. Sean Douglas talks about hushing the inner bully. There's a lot of these sayings that we have that we say, I'm not able to achieve. I haven't yet pushed out into my dream. I haven't been able to try different things because I've had responsibilities, or I have, my life hasn't gone that way. I wasn't able to make choices in my life at certain times to allow me to experience being creative, being curious, being, responsible for the things that I want to do. And so you've let somebody else take control of your life and you've let somebody else make the decisions for where you are today. So, I want to challenge every single one of you that if you are looking for something that's going to give you more energy in your life, more sustainability, more ability to control your morning, your day, your future, everything that you think about, and really get to know yourself on a personal level like you've never been. It might be a little bit scary, but what it is it's valuable because you start with your core and you begin to peel back those layers and think, why have I made the choices that I've made in my life? Why have I ended up in the career that I've ended up in? Why do I surround myself with the people that I surround myself with? And what are those things that give me hope and fill my soul? So what I can tell you is if you join this class, right? If you join this class with us on Sunday, I have 5 spots left. And I wanted to just make sure that everybody knows about this because this class changed my life. Literally changed my life. And my mentor told me that if I started to invest in myself and I started in personal growth and I just started it, in 1 year, I would have to reintroduce myself to myself. And now that's been 3 years ago. So I can tell you the things that I've learned, I've been downsized from a company for the very first time in my life and had that happen. Hey, Daniel. And had that happen, right after I had started the podcast. And because people started to feel threatened as I became more clear in my journey, people around me became threatened. And I understood my path was clear. And right now, I am more clear about the things that I want to do than I've ever been. And part of that is I want to help you discover the things that you haven't found out about yourself yet. Because let me tell you how freeing this is, right? There's no longer a sense of somebody else gets to make the decisions about my life or where I want to go or where I spend my time because you show up with so much energy and so much passion and ready to add value to yourself and everybody around you. And it's a completely different environment. You no longer feel like, you have to be accountable to something. You show up 1,000% every day, like my friend Daniel Gomez, right? If Daniel was on here right now, he would be saying, yes, Melanie, yes, Melanie, yes, Melanie, because that's how Daniel shows up. He shows up like that every day at every point, right? He takes naps. I called him today. He was taking a nap. But I want to tell you, when you step into your life and you just decide that you have more value than everything else that you've put on your list before, right? Your career, your school, your family. I mean, that's important. But I want you to think about you. What makes your soul happy? Right? And so learning what does and how to increase those strengths and how to add value to yourself and how to really understand how you show up in the world and how you can give to the world. You see, my mentor really stresses to me and really challenges me, and I love challenges. Maybe it's because I'm a Capricorn. But he really challenges me to say, you know, it's not about success. It's not about how we are successful in the world. We can have material things, we can have a great family life, we can have great influence in our career. But it's about the significance that we have that we can show in the world, that we can provide to the world. And so a lot of people will say, well, if I have a certain value, if I have certain money in my bank account, if I have a certain, you know, products, I'll just say they're products, right? Material goods. If I had drive a certain car, if I carry a certain purse, or I have, a certain brand that I'm known for that I wear, right? Then that's going to recognize my value. But it's not about that. It's nothing about that. See, this world is based on the significance that you can give back to the world. And so money, right? Money is a source that should be we should be the river for that, not the reservoir. So earning money, earning your career, earning the things that build your character are what's going to help you to build significance and value in this world. And so if you don't feel like you have all of that under control yet, right? And you're just struggling to say, in this world of chaos right now, and in this sense of, I'm not sure what the purpose is. Why is this happening? You're fearful. Maybe you've been downsized. Maybe you've lost your job um, because the company closed. I want to tell you this. You are enough and you do matter and you can make a difference no matter how old you are, no matter what company, what industry. You can start over and you can make a huge impact for yourself and your family and the rest of your life. So now is the time to step into learning about yourself. So I want to challenge you Sunday night at 7 o'clock Eastern. We start this class, my very favorite class. I've been teaching this every week since March 22nd, 2017. So it's John Maxwell's 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. You can order it online, you can get it on Amazon. And I have made up an Everyday Leaders personal journal that you will receive when you sign up for the class. And so I want to show you on my website here. I'm just going to share my screen if it will let me do that. Doo-doo-doo. And all right, here we go. All right. So here's my website. So if you went to the Leadership Summit, you're going to see some of the videos from the event speakers. But I also want to scroll right down here. You can join us, you can subscribe and get all the latest from what's going on at the Everyday Leaders platform. But right here, you can sign up for the morning devotional. So you can just go right here and sign up and click, and it'll take you there. But the 15 invaluable laws of growth, this is right here under the upcoming events. So you just click on all right, you just click on there and it'll take you right into that next page. So you'll see this mastermind enrollment. You just sign up. Uh, all right, and it'll tell you a little bit about the class. So $99 for 5 weeks. Guys, this is a heck of a deal. This is a class that normally, is $297 for a normal 5 week class, but I'm offering this at $99 because it is really invaluable and it will change your life. And this is really something that you want to step into for the very first time. And I want to give people an opportunity to learn these laws and learn this book and learn these lessons because this talks about all of the things. So if you're a person of faith like I am, we have always been taught about the 10 commandments. And so the 15 invaluable laws of growth really makes you stop and think about all the things that you do, who you influence, right? Holding your tongue and before you speak, because you know the power that you show up, and your character really speaks about the things that you can be connected to. So I want to challenge you about this, right? Today, when you're going through changes and you're thinking, my workforce may look different, my family may look different, the environment that I'm used to is looking different. I'm a teacher. I can't go back to school now for the rest of the year. I am, in an industry that we're being stressed and we're being overworked and underpaid, or I've lost my job in the restaurant business because we're not able to be open now, or many industries, right? But this book teaches us about these things. Intentionality, right? So I'm going to take you through these real quick. Intentionality. This is the law of intentionality. Growth doesn't just happen. It doesn't just happen. You have to intentionally plan for what you want your life to look like. So if it doesn't look like you want it to today, this law is for you. And we learned that on Sunday night, April the 5th at 7 o'clock. So you want to sign up and be there. The second law we're going to study is the law of awareness. You must know yourself to grow yourself. So, this is really taking a look at your life, right? What do you do? Why do you do it? What are your strengths? And that's what this is going to teach us. And then we study these out of order, but I'm going to go through here. The law of the mirror, which says you must see value in yourself so that you can add value to yourself. You've got to see value before you can add value. So this is really deep. But chapter 3, it's not, it we do this in our second week, the way that I structure it. But if you see value in yourself, you understand how you can show up and give to others, right? And not feeling not confident, not feeling like, you're disrupting something. You show up with a plan. We've learned about intentionality and awareness. And then you show up with a plan and you can really make an impact in your environment. So we learn about that. We learn about reflection. We learn about consistency, right? Things that we're doing now for 3 weeks. Tomorrow, we have all been isolated. And so the consistent thing is we have been changing. All of us have been changing. So that's been very consistent. But how do you use that, right? How do you focus on the law of consistency to impact your life? That's the biggest thing. You have to understand these laws, not just say, yeah, I get up every morning. That's consistent. No, it's doing it with intention and doing it because you want to add value to your life. Um, the law of environment. This talks about being in conducive surroundings. So you have to make sure that you're surrounding yourself with the right people. Right Now is the time to make these decisions. Everything in our world is changing. If you could say, hit the reset button, right? I can just hit a reset button, everything starts over. What do you want it to look like? What do you want that reset to look like? Start fresh, go to bed, start tomorrow morning. You have every dream that you've ever wanted to do. You can start tomorrow. What would that look like? Right? That's got to, you've got to put the right people, you've got to learn the right things, you've got to put the right resources in your life. All right, so the next few are the law of design. So you've got to design, again, intentionally design the people and the things that you want in your life. We talk about pain. Good management of bad experiences leads to growth. So, how are you managing the chaos right now? How are you managing this? My friend Lachelle Adkins, love her to death. She has 13 kids at home out of her 15, and she manages. She has a structure, she has a process, she has a system for everything, and she is managing through this pain. Um, the law of the ladder, this talks about character growth, right? There's only just a few more here, but it's really important. The rubber band talks about stretching ourselves, making sure we have enough tension in our life to push ourselves, right? If you're not challenged, if you're not held accountable, then you're not going to grow. Uh, there's trade offs. What are we trading off? We're all making significant trade offs right now in our life, right? To be able to do the things that we want to do in a couple of months, we're making significant trade offs. Curiosity, growth is stimulated by asking why. So, this is a great chapter that we really study hard on and thinking about what are the things that make us curious in our world. And then three more, the law of modeling. So, who do we model? Why do we have mentors? Why do we want to be a mentor? Right. And then the law of expansion and contribution. So, how do we expand ourselves beyond what we are today? And that is about learning and growing and stretching and giving back, right? How do we make our lives successful so that we can give back and add significance to the world? That's where we want to go, right? That's who we want to be. That's how we change, and that's what personal growth is all about. So, by studying these laws, by joining our class, I still have 5 slots open. You can sign up at everydayleaders.com. You can go right here to everydayleaders.com. Let me go to home. And when you go to everydayleaders.com, this is what the website looks like. There are speakers from our conference. You just scroll right down. You go into the 15 invaluable laws of growth. It's an hour and a half class. It's actually till 8:30. Starts April the 5th, which is this Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And then we go to 8:45, I'm sorry, 8:30, 7 to 8:30 every Sunday night for 5 weeks. So, you wanna sign up for this, get your spot. I've got 5 more seats left. We do this on Zoom, so this isn't a live, StreamYard. This is a private Zoom line. So, for those of you that have started to connect to people recently with your groups or with your schools, with your families, trying to connect socially. That's the way we show up. We have a Zoom chat line, and it's a webinar, and we record all of these sessions, and we're going to have a lot of fun. There's a lot of exercises and breakouts to really help you think about how to use this personal journal alongside of this wonderful, wonderful leadership book that has really made an impact in my life. And I really want you to join us because from my heart to yours, this is how people show up and they discover their gifts. They discover and they uncover the things that have always been in their soul that they're yearning to do that maybe they've just never been able to give themselves permission to do before. This book changed my life. And I am just on a mission, on a pulpit to make sure that if you have the opportunity to step into the things that you could be, you could start that on Sunday. So I want you to join us. If you have an opportunity and you can do this, go to everydayleaders.com and join us and try it. Just try it. Try it. If it doesn't work for you, I'll give you your money back. But I know that it'll work for you because it's an investment. And through these 5 weeks, you will be a different person and you will begin to believe things differently about yourself. And by the time all of this is over and we're back to our normal world and we can show up for each other and we can go to church together and we can go to social events together, you're going to see yourself and the world differently. So do yourself a favor, go to everydayleaders.com, sign up for the mastermind, and I hope that we can see you on Sunday night at 7 o'clock. Have a great night. Let me know if I can help you. Make at everydayleaders.com because once you become an everyday leader, you understand your value and you understand how you can change the world. So let's do it together. Thanks for watching. See you soon.